Today I want to ask you a very serious question. Who do you think you are? I'll repeat it. Who do you think you are? Now that might sound a little, a little out there, like, is she trying to get smart with me? There's a couple ways to say it. Who do you think you are? Or who do you think you are? I asked that question because during my regular walk with Princess, I got 3 phone calls. And because of how early it is, I'm thinking that these 3 phone calls must be urgent. So I pick up the phone and I start to listen. And on every phone call, all 3, I got this sense of urgency that there was a major problem. And then when I asked what was their solution for the problem, they just gave me just despair and negativity and doubt and this can't and it won't and I can't. And then I offered a solution and it seemed to numb the pain of it all and the conversations, but at the same time the question remained in my mind: who do they think they are? Not so much who do they think they are to call me, but what is it about you that makes you think that you're less than or that you cannot achieve your goals? What is it about you that makes you think you don't deserve exactly what it is you want? On one of the calls, the question had to do with creating $1,000 day, like $1,000 to $10,000. One of the other calls had to do with just creating $100 a month in order to do marketing. And then another call was more serious, and it had to do with self-preservation and knowledge and self-love. So the question is, who do you think you are? And what is it about you that makes you think you don't deserve the best, that you can't make it, that you can't design a $1,000 day, that you can't afford $100 a month profit? Why do you think you have to settle? Now, when I think back to when I was severely depressed and things were falling apart, one of my mentors asked me what was I going to do. I had no answers. But the lower I sunk, I started to ask myself, who do I think I am? I started to compare myself to my ancestors and my family members that had passed on. And I found the strength to pull myself up and start looking for solutions. The solutions to problems that I didn't even know where to begin. I started asking really good questions. I started doing research. I started doubting my doubt, and I started to look deeper to find answers. You see, it's not really about what you think on the surface, and although, as quiet as it's kept, most people say, trust your gut feeling. Sometimes you have to let your gut go because your gut has been misinformed. Your gut has been trained by people who may have not have supported you, or people who lack the skills, or people who had the skills and they loved you, but they just didn't have all the tools that you needed to hear at the time. They did their best. Who do you think you are? I'd like to hear some feedback and find out, what is it about online marketing that you think is so out there? So way out there in the water, like way out there like that. Like, why would you pay money without any expectation of an outcome? Why would you invest in an expert that isn't going to give you answers to your specific questions? And if you don't have a specific question, why would you spend money in order to just get information? Ask yourself, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? I don't know. I want to hear some feedback. Leave your comments below. Let me get an idea of where you are. Are you feeling good about where you are? Are you trying to move forward? Are you just going to be in the audience and stand around? Are you going to make someone else rich? Or are you going to fight for whatever it is that you came here to fight for? Who do you think you are?